Going live, and we're live. Hello. Welcome to another episode, the season finale episode, not season finale, end of season episode of
End of season episode. 4.
2.
Ooh,
Venkatesh
yeah.
Prasad.
Venkatesh Prasad.
Yes,
Yes.
hello chat. Hello to everyone. Quick updates. तो हम लोग बहुत खुश. Final day of the season has worked out very well for both Neville and me. Neville
मैं बहुत खुश है
unfortunately, हाँ.
ब्रो, मैं बहुत खुश है. तुम लोग थर्ड है चलेगा, बट आई एम जस्ट वेरी हैप्पी बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक ये इंडिया रन रेट वाला सिचुएशन होने वाला था,
हाँ.
वेयर वी नीडेड यूनाइटेड टू डू समथिंग, टू फॉर समबडी टू डू समथिंग, एंड वी नीडेड इट वाज टू मच. वो एक बार वो माउंट पे मार दिया, मैंने बोला ठीक है, अभी बस 11 एट द बैक कर दो और खेलो.
Right.
आई एम वेरी हैप्पी.
Chalo, Ati Sundar. Okay, so you guys would know that we have made a pretty big this thing on our Instagram, and it's also in the video title that we were going to be getting a Manchester United player. And yeah, it has happened. I'm still struggling to come to terms with the fact that this is happening.
I'm very excited actually. Like
yeah.
I can't believe that he said yes. Like you know what I'm saying? Like वो एक अपन ने ऐसा डाल लेते हैं यार, बात कर लेते हैं, but like can't believe it.
But let's just get to it. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, can we please welcome our guest for today, Mr. Bruno Fernandes, guys. Shit. Bruno.
Hello, Bruno.
Sorry,
Bruno
if you can just...
Fernandes.
Guys, just a second. Give me a second, please.
Okay. We just...
Thank you.
Yeah, you can have your audio on. Bruno OP हो जाए chat में. You just have slight technical difficulties.
That's fine.
Hey guys, what's happening?
It's Bruno.
Hello.
It's Bruno Fernandes. It's superb.
Hello.
Wow. Can't believe that we actually have Bruno on this podcast. It's such a great feeling. Such a great feeling.
Yeah, and I'm privileged to be a part of this whatever this is. I mean, इतने में तो फिर ये सस्ते वाला ब्रूनो नहीं मिलेगा ना.
Correct.
I didn't know Bruno speaks English also.
Yeah, fluent English. For the longest time, I used to think Ballon d'Or is Ballon d'Or. So I'm very fluent with the language. ये कैसे हो रहा है मेरे को समझाए. इतना एकदम टैलेंटेड प्लेयर है वो ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस है. वो जब से आया गोल पे गोल कर रहा है, चाहे पेनल्टी करा दो उसको गोल कर रहा है, चाहे दूर से किक मरवा दो गोल कर रहा है. यहाँ देख लो हमारा ये अरे कहाँ चली गई लाइट. ये इतना पेट है हमारे पास. ये कैसे हो पाएगा. ये ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस की क्यों करे आ रहे हैं लोग. ये लाइट चली गई. देखो ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस की लाइट चली गई.
Okay.
टेक्निकल है. हम लोग को इतना मिलने वाला है ना ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस के नाम पे. जितना ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस को कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स मिलता है, हम लोग को इस वक्त गाली मिलेगी. बट
यस,
मुझे तो ऐसा लग रहा था कि कहीं ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस का इंटरनेट ना चला जाए इस चक्कर में. पता लगे कि इंग्लैंड में इंटरनेट नहीं आ रहा. बताओ.
बट
ब्रूनो जी, थैंक यू ब्रूनो जी.
थैंक यू ब्रूनो जी. थैंक यू आपको फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर नेक्स्ट सीजन.
धन्यवाद. I'll just go and get some physiotherapy done. I've scored a lot of goals. My quads are hurting. Yeah.
Thank you,
See you guys. All the best.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, we're very sorry guys, but हमने basically सोचा कि यार बहुत टाइम से कचरा नहीं हुआ है ये पॉडकास्ट पे, तो we had to do something.
So we had to become the kachra. But yes. Yeah, great.
But
guys.
thank you, chat, for sorry to have hurt your feelings. But
no, the next time, okay. I'll one thing we'll say. The next time we say that we have a special guest, we will have a special guest.
Yes.
We are working on things. We will make things happen. The next time we have a guest, we will have a special guest. It's not going to be the wolf, the guy who cried wolf, because the wolves are not there anymore.
Correct. But so sorry for wasting your time. But it's just, this is a gag we have been planning for 3 months now. And we were like, this has to be done at some point.
The world's longest gag in the making.
Okay. Thank you, Nehal Kulkarni, who says, Wolves Europa जीता तो Chelsea out of UCL. That's an interesting... No, nahi hota hai. Chelsea will still be there.
No, it doesn't work. We are still through.
And thank you to Shreyas Joshi. We're going to quickly bring on our first guest for today. I'm just going to ask him to join.
Our real legitimate guest.
Yes, our real legitimate guest, our first guest. Aryan Arun, thank you. He says Maki Zuma.
Yeah.
And obviously now there's no point keeping any suspense about the guests. The first one, he'll be joining soon. He's a legend of the Delhi comedy circuit. If you are
an
from
indie
Delhi,
legend.
an indie legend, he's the Wolves of comedy, or the Sheffield United of comedy in many senses. It's Raghav Mandava. He's going to be joining soon.
Yes.
There we are.
There
We
he is.
have. We don't have Raghav Mandava, and there we have. Hey, Raghav, what's happening? What's happening?
Hello. The cheese monkey mafia.
Yes, just go things like is happening.
Nice. So Raghav, we've had this conversation before. Just before, also we were talking about this. So you are Arsenal. So you've told me that I am Arsenal fan. I am AFC Bournemouth fan. I am Wimbledon fan.
Yes,
So please
Wimbledon
tell
and
us.
Arsenal, yes.
Huh.
Wimbledon and Arsenal, yes. AFC Wimbledon and Arsenal, yes. Bournemouth, I was just really sad for, like, the season. Like, I didn't know that I cared about them so much until they got relegated. Because I've been following Eddie Howe's story. It's a wonderful story. Do you know about, like, Eddie Howe and Bournemouth?
I mean,
It's
I
a
know
great-
basic amount, but why don't you tell us?
Long story, like the thing is, like, okay, he played 200 games for Bournemouth. Then he got loaned off, had unsuccessful loan spells, comes and finishes his career off in Bournemouth. All right. Then becomes manager of Bournemouth, takes him out from Division 3 and takes him into Division 2. Gets a better job at Burnley, goes there, doesn't work out, comes back to Bournemouth. From fucking Division 3, he brings him to the Premier League.
Yeah.
All right.
With
All
most
his
of the
life-
players, like a lot of the players from
Yeah.
the lower
Yeah.
divisions still in the Premier League.
Like, yeah, like how did he manage this mentally? Like, you're
Yeah.
going to these like fucking cow feeding grounds with like keychain everywhere. There's no field. There's like 20 drunks in the stands.
Yeah.
To like Old Trafford. Like, like how did you keep them in there for so long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Bournemouth was a great story. I think it was also the first time ever that they reached the Premier League, if I'm not wrong.
I think so.
When
If
he
I'm
was
not
promoted, you can let us know in
yeah,
chat.
because it was the first time they were in the in the championship since 1990 when he got them up there to Division 2,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, I'm just a sucker for clubs becoming like a thing
I think
on
all of
their-
us were sad when Bournemouth got relegated.
It's really sad, yeah. Like, it's really sad. So, like, the colors I'm wearing are kind of Bournemouth theme.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was
Like-
about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, this is just because, like, it really, like,
Also,
can't
I don't know
keep-
if you ended up seeing the game, the City Bournemouth game, but genuinely, I even put out an Insta story saying Bournemouth has my heart, dude, because
Yeah.
the way they fought in those last 7 minutes,
Yeah.
it is
Insane.
just unbelievable. Like how much they.
I kind of knew they were getting relegated and I didn't want to cry my ass off. So I didn't watch the last 2-3 games.
The
Like,
last
it
game
looked-
was very good though. Like the one
Yeah,
against
like,
Everton, they
yeah.
really put their like heart into
I
it.
knew they were going to get it, and like I knew I was going to cry my ass off when I saw Eddie Howe and his face after being relegated. Like,
Yeah.
so I
But
just
I
couldn't
think
handle-
they'll stick with him for the championship as well. Probably try to bounce back.
Could you blame him if he takes a better job?
Yeah.
Like,
He's been linked with Arsenal before, right? Eddie Howe?
I mean, yeah, but I was excited about that link of all the links, to be honest. Only because like I can see that he can take a bunch of idiots and take them into like a good position. That's basically
Yeah.
what he's done. He's taken a very small talent pool and done miracles.
Like he's done Football Manager in real life. That's basically
Yeah.
what he's done.
He's done whatever you used to do in your FIFA campaigns. Like, no, I'll start with some shitty team and take it
Yeah.
all the way to the top, like Bury or something.
Yeah.
Like, and the other thing is AFC Wimbledon survived. And
Yeah.
they're still in League
League 2, no? League 1 or League 2?
Yeah, the third league.
Ah,
The third
so that's League 1,
basically.
right.
They survived by 0.04 points on a points per game system.
Oh,
because
fuck.
Their thing was just like this thing, like cut completely.
Okay.
So
Tell me about, sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to know, because I've heard a lot about this AFC Wimbledon thing of yours. So where did this start from?
It started with like, so John Green has the Vlog Brothers, right? Like, he's a YouTuber who talks, and he does a lot of awesome stuff, right? He does. I used to follow him on Crash Course because he education, falco, whatever. right? But AFC Wimbledon, he mentioned it that there's this club that is fan owned and fan run. And the way it started was there used to be a club called Wimbledon FC, which used to be in, lo and behold, Wimbledon. And somebody bought it up and said, "Hi, I want to take it to a better part of London or whatever the fuck, Milton Keynes, because I can make more money there." And people of Wimbledon went like, "Hey man, this is not America. Like Wimbledon's club is in Wimbledon.
Right.
The Pittsburgh Pirates don't play in LA. Like, like that's not how it works over there." He said, to which he said, "Oh no, I'm going to call the club MK Dons." Because the Wimbledon was called the Dons, so you're still called the Dons.
Oh,
and
this is very interesting trivia.
Yeah, so you're still called the Dons, all right. Oh, by the way, the FA Cup that's in your trophy cabinet, I'm taking that too.
Oh.
Like, and an FA Cup for fucking League 4 side is massive.
Yeah.
You have it's massive. It's a huge piece of history over there, right?
Yeah.
So he took this club and all the people just fucking went like what they tried to do with United when everything was going wrong. Like, this park trials right now, and whoever has money, come invest. Whoever wants to play, come fucking play. Whoever thinks they can manage, come manage. Who wants to be a spot, be a spot. From the ether of Sunday League or whatever, in 11 years they're in league football, still fan owned, still fan run. John Green has a YouTube channel where he streams video games. All of that revenue goes to Wimbledon, which is so much that his books are the stands. If you go to the AFC Wimbledon's pictures, you'll see "Fault in Our Stars."
Right. Somebody in chat just mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Their shorts have "Don't forget to be awesome" written on it, because that's John Green's notified areas code, and they're it has "Don't forget to be awesome" written on it. This is the motto.
That's damn cool.
Get behind it? How can you not get behind this?
It's awesome. Okay, so just give me 10 seconds. Just need to read a couple of our super chats. So Parth Kadam is here as always. Samyak Mitra says we should get Sunil Chhetri sometime. Maybe. Right now we have tried for Bruno and got Rahul Dua. So we'll get in a bit. Nehal Kurkani.
Guys, I had no part in it. I just really want. I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you. I had no part in it. I just want.
Yeah, Mandava was like, please don't do this. So please, Mandava OP ho jaye. And also, by the way, this is what's interesting for me, that there will be at least out of the 900 odd people who are watching currently, there will be around 20 people who are watching this on their phones at 240p, who will be like, Bruno was damn good, dude. And also, and also there's another few watching right now who are like, this Guardiola guy, I didn't know he supported AFC Wimbledon, man.
If Guardiola had shown, if Mandava had shown up in what I had worn to Sahil's wedding, he would defcon be completely be Guardiola, which is just like a grey sweater on top of your shirt.
And okay, is it wrong to want Guardiola to take a small club to prove himself to me?
It's like Bielsa, right?
AFC Wimbledon.
Dude, no, do an Eddie Howe, right? Do an Eddie Howe. You've always got the best of the best. No doubt you're one of the best and you revolutionize the game. I will not not change that. Every keeper now has to play with their feet because of that fucker.
Yeah.
Right. But you've always had the best of the best.
Right.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it does feel but I don't think financially it would make sense for him. I mean, obviously, actually financially he can take the hit. Maybe later on, I think he'll probably go to some obscure club in like the Bielsa route, where he'll probably go manage some small club in South America. Obviously, Bielsa is from Argentina, so that made sense. But okay, let's come to Arsenal. Mandava, you still been following Arsenal this season?
Little bit. I tuned off because it's just too much pain.
But that's been a while, no, Mandava?
It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a while. I've been following I've been following it on FOTMob, all the other football teams. But saw a couple of matches here and there. I am excited about the FA Cup, which is pissing me off because I'm fucking Arsenal, why you do this again? The hopes are nonsense.
Right.
But I will say this: in a season where they finished 10th, man, fuck, it's a goddamn miracle that we're in a cup final.
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it. Arteta, it's become like that. Like I don't know when United was going through that phase, like where you're like, is it silly to hope?
Yeah.
You know, is it
I know what you
stupid
mean.
to hope? Am I being quote unquote plastic? But which is something I also don't understand. Like, for example, like people like Arsenal is supposed to hate Spurs, right? Arsenal fans are supposed to hate Spurs, and I don't get that. Like, I get it if you're in London.
Yeah.
You're there, you meet friends in school, and you're going to the same high primary school, and his dad's a Spurs supporter, your dad's an Arsenal supporter. They cheated on each other or whatever the fuck. Right? I can understand like how you can get involved in that story in London. They're both 6,997 kilometers away from me. I don't get it. Why I have to hate Spurs.
Correct. No, makes sense. Like even over here, I think even for United fans over here, maybe the newer generation of fans who have seen also like having City fans like as friends, because for us, we had Liverpool fans, we had Chelsea fans, we had Arsenal fans. These are the three rivalries we had. City fans were like, yeah, whatever.
You'd always be like, let City win because I won't have to hear about it.
Exactly.
Like there's a bit of that, right? Like there's no friend of yours who's going to be like, title pancho. Nobody's going to do that to you if City wins. So like.
Same with Spurs. Spurs, we'll have Joel coming on in a little bit. Joel, I keep getting this wrong. Joel Pereira is Manchester United's fourth choice goalkeeper, and Joel D'Souza is the comedian and Spurs fan. I keep mixing these two up.
Joel Pereira is also an ex-journalist who's a pretty good researcher now.
And one of the researchers for On Air with AIB, if I'm not wrong.
On Air with, yeah.
But I still remember, I have this strangely vivid memory of this conversation with Mandava where he was like, and I think that was the peak of your Arsenal support, where you were like, this year, man, this is Arsene Wenger's year, man. And then next year you were like, I'm done with Arsene Wenger. This year, Kanye West.
I've never been done with Arsene Wenger. I've always been, my last stance on Wenger was Wenger out, but whenever he wants.
Nice.
He built that club. He could shit it to the ground if he wants to. I will never take that away from him. Fair. Like, that fucking stadium exists because of him.
Correct.
Right?
No, Highbury to this exists because of him,
Two stadiums exist.
My question is, Mandava, what do you think of Arteta? Because like, as clearly his management style is something. Because like, with whatever he's got, he's being able to pull off these really like
like how is he like in the City game the commentator said Xhaka, Luiz and Mustafi have all had good games. When the fuck did you think you'll hear all three of them having a good game in the same match? Right, like like all three of them had a good game, and it was real. They actually had a good game. All three of them, they made. Like,
throw David Luiz in the mix and it's a dream.
How? Like, see, I understand. Like the David Luiz thing. Like it's like when I saw that we are signing David Luiz, I was like, fuck. All right, because David Luiz.
I was thrilled as a Chelsea fan. Yes, please.
Of course. Like you would be, because you know what's happening to Luiz. It's a case of the feet can't follow what the mind. The mind knows, right?
I said this on the podcast the last time. One of my friends who's like a super Arsenal fan was talking to me, and he was saying like, he brings to the club, like in the green room, he's kind of leader, and like everybody is like super like, like they listen to him and they like, look to him for advice, and sort of like he's a mentor in the green room. And there's not a lot of those in Arsenal right now. Like there's none of those big names.
There is no maturity in the Arsenal. Like from what you can see on the, like there is no maturity like in the Arsenal room. It's like Wenger at least knew how to like keep some of that. Even if it was like like an aging Gilberto Silva. Like he kept some of that. If nothing that. Like, for example, like, when that Lichtsteiner guy was there from Juventus, I was like, okay, good signing, because adult, like, will tell like, like a little bit of that is needed. Ki bas ek buddha chahiye wahan pe, bolne ke liye ki chatyapa nahi chalega yahan pe. Like, you need that.
What you were saying something about David Luiz when I cut you off. Sorry, you were saying when David Luiz was being
the classic case of that, like, his body, like, his mind, he could do all that shit that is giving penalties away. and he's just he's like a yard short now in these.
He set the record. In fact, 5 penalties given away in a season. It's a Premier League record.
The record, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think this is also where this is the true sign of clubs in transition, where United, for instance, have had all these records that they were breaking, but all the wrong records. Like Manchester United
that
have.
phase, post Ferguson, there was that phase
where every 3 weeks,
United
time.
hasn't done this since bad. This is the first time United.
We've also had that phase where we went like 7 games on the trot, defeat away. Then like some 9 games on the trot, defeat in all competitions. It's very bad.
Yeah, clubs in transition. But hey man, speaking of a successful transition of Liverpool, and gotta just say, man, I love Klopp.
Yeah, you're wearing the Klopp glasses also.
Yeah, I'm wearing the Klopp glasses also. I don't care. I love Klopp so much. I ain't even mad. Like for me, Klopp is like Wenger 2.0. Like he's the same thing, like a fatherly figure with goodness in his heart and nothing but good vibes, who is like bringing it back to football, and he will live long enough to become a villain. You know it. That's what happens to good guys in football. It happens to all of them, that they just don't know when to let go.
Yeah, I think Ferguson is probably the only exception to the rule where he was like, "Theek, I'm gonna take my title and fuck off." But I think even he knew that the squad that he had, only he could get a title out of them. There was nobody else in the world.
And I think they would get a title because they'll be like, green room में अगर हार के गए ना तो ये गांड मार देगा.
नहीं, ये निकलेगा नहीं.
I wouldn't put it past Ferguson to be able to pull off a fixing of the league also, very honestly.
We bought the referees anyway.
Last one, look, motherfuckers, I'm a knight, alright, and give me this one, and I'll bounce, I'll be out of your hair. And
they've already bought referees. Fergie time is what? It's that only, na?
Oh shit, sorry, I think Joel has been in waiting room.
Are you allowed to smoke in the pod? Can I ask this question?
Yeah, as long as it's tobacco. We have this fellow waiting all the time.
Yeah, it's rolling tobacco. It looks like a doobie, but guys, and see, it says right here.
Okay, we'll just quickly take a couple of super chats. Parth Kadam took AFC Wimbledon from League 2 to Premier League in FIFA 20, says they're a good team. Shashank Reddy.
I took MK Dons, guys. I took MK Dons in Football Manager, guys. Come on.
Can I tell you a song AFC Wimbledon used to sings to MK Dons?
Yeah, what is that?
Who were you? Who were you before you were us?
Oh.
Nice. Like that, yeah. I mean,
Everton can sing the same song to Liverpool. So
and yes, it is Joel, finally. India's only Tottenham Hotspur fan.
India's only famous Tottenham Hotspur fan.
And he's left. Oh, okay, he's come back.
No, he's here.
Back. Hello. Once again, even I have the stadium background. 1 minute.
I've got the AFC Wimbledon colours in the back just by
fluke. Nice.
There you go.
Oh, shabash.
That's quite crazy. I'm wearing the Bournemouth shirt, Klopp glasses, AFC Wimbledon, and it's
very
all
nice.
there.
कैसा है जोएल?
All my allegiances.
बस बढ़िया. तुम लोग कैसे हो?
मस्त चल रहा है. हम लोग ने एक बहुत ही गंदा प्रैंक खेला ऑडियंस के साथ, where we built up today saying कि we're getting a Manchester United player, और फिर हम लोग राहुल दुआ को लेके आ गए as Bruno Fernandes. So
you should keep doing that every time.
Yeah.
No.
We are actually getting a fan.
Because then we actually get a guest, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah. But
that will be the day. That will be the day.
Yes, where nobody will believe. There'll be like 20 people watching, and we'll be like, guys, we got David Beckham. People will like, fuck off.
That's not real. That's Rahul only.
Ajal, Joel, this I've been very curious about. Somebody told me, I had no idea that tu Spurs fan hai.
मैं बोला था.
हाँ, you told me, and somebody
because
told you.
I saw him at TCC in a Tottenham jersey.
Oh.
Yeah.
So since when, Joel? How long have you been Spurs fan?
Since I was in the 5th standard.
Oh fuck!
Like roughly...
Oh damn!
Which is yesterday, Joel, according to my.
Joel OP ho jaye to begin with.
It's like I remember. So basically, when I went my school, the 4th standard would be afternoon school from 1 to 7, and when you go into the 5th, it would become morning school from 7 to 1. So that time, ESPN would telecast those matches, right? Weekend match in the day. I think it's 4 p.m., 5 p.m. and also.
Yeah.
So I think at around 8 p.m. I just turned on and Tottenham were playing. I just like their jersey. I'm like, dude, this is the team I'm gonna support the rest of my life.
It's a white jersey, Joel. कहीं पे भी मिलता है.
But are you in that
it
place?
was white, and then they had dark navy blue shorts. For me, that's not black. Every time they say,
it's a pretty dope color combination, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really is.
But
white in the summer sun, so practical.
Yeah, it also blindens the other guy when he's trying to go for a header. But Joel, quick question. But do you feel like now you're an ardent Tottenham fan to a point where when you lose, you feel bad and all? Like,
no, that used to be until 2 years ago.
Okay. Oh,
but
you've gone past. Okay.
But now it's like Tottenham is like that son who just drinks and just makes a mess of them. So you can't be sad every night. It's such bipolarity, man. It's weird how much they eat you up. When nothing happens, it's like build up, nothing happens.
Yeah. But this is a Mourinho team problem.
No, it's not a Mourinho team problem. It's not a. No, it's not a Mourinho. It's in the problem how it's made. The whole club.
It's frustrating, like when you have a club, especially like Tottenham, which is like having. It's like the kind of like the Murray effect, right? Like you're the fourth best player in the world when like Djokovic, Federer, and like Nadal are doing the rounds. Like,
no, even when Leicester City was there, when Tottenham could have won. No, there's no argument.
Okay.
It's just not there. The DNA is at fault.
The one joke that made me feel really like that I really laughed at and went like, "Come on, Tottenham, what are you doing?" Is like when they released their post like season DVD of the Leicester winning season, they titled it "We Put the Pressure On." Like I'm like, can you
Tottenham is truly English, no? Like in that sense of it's coming home next year.
like Tottenham has it's very possible that Tottenham has like this weird inferiority complex, right? Which they seem to carry on in their social media. Right, like we're just happy to be here. Like there's that vibe about them, right? And that's so silly because, like, I really admire what they've done as a club. They've done it like financially responsibly, done it all on their own, like mostly with smart purchases, smart manager hires.
Great shop. It's a great business.
No purchases for 3 years with Pochettino, but yeah.
Only guy they got was this fellow, no? Ndombele.
Yeah.
And Bergwijn, Abhi.
Bergwijn is now, but that's after Mourinho.
Yeah.
What's Pochettino up to? I've been quite out of touch.
Pochettino apparently, like the strongest rumor I heard was him going to Newcastle because he'll get a lot of money.
Newcastle has a lot of money. Mike Ashley didn't manage to offload it yet.
Still there.
But
I don't think Pochettino will go to Newcastle. I think he needs to go to a club which like he needs to go to a club which has been hitting it, and then that club finally gets like oil money. If Dortmund gets oil money, then Pochettino should be there.
Correct. That makes sense.
Yeah, like this thing about like I find the managerial merry-go-round also a little irritating in the sense because like people like your Pochettinos, your basically guys who took 17th place teams to like 4th places, they only get other 4th place teams.
Yeah.
They don't get another 1st place team, and I find that very fucking off. Like Like Guardiola will always go to whoever won the title last year or was close to winning it.
But Pochettino did get those offers. He did get that offer from Madrid.
United ke saath he was linked for so long, but again United was mid-table team at that time. But Joel, I wanted to ask you, so when you started watching, what was the squad at that time? So which year was this?
It was Robbie Keane, Boberto, Defoe.
Oh, that was the ultimate team.
Yeah, then it was Aaron Lennon in the keeper was Paul Robinson, then Ledley King, Pascal Chimbonda.
Oh God, these names are like full flashbacks.
Yes. Then Nico Kranchar came in the Harry.
Oh fuck, Kranchar, holy shit.
Then Palvichenko, then Huddlestone, Benut Asuikoto. You remember that guy?
Asuikoto. Wow, football manager.
This is about the time when Rose also just started coming into the squad.
Rose had the best mark. Like I'm telling you, there's no pattern in this. Like there was a joke on Twitter. Like it's only Spurs when like a team they are gonna fail if they lost 7 matches in a row. Before that, it's not a good thing. But that's what everybody on Twitter is yapping about, the fact that Mourinho's come, he won't play attractive football. See, I'm a very pragmatic fan. Attractive football won us nothing over the last 5 years. So if you're gonna play boring football and give me one trophy, dude, I'll do other work while I'm watching football. Just give me something.
You have more sweating to do because, like, if Arsenal win the FA Cup, Tottenham won't go to Europa either, or something like that. Is on.
I find Europa. There's no point of Europa. It's just going to Azerbaijan on Thursday and then coming back to this. QAM.
What was that? What was that favorite one of us? Baku. No, what was the one where United was playing this and
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Shakhtar Donetsk is still okay, man.
They're still in Champions League.
Zenit Pittsburgh. And Zenit Pittsburgh is also still okay. Weirdly, they have Hulk.
Yeah, Hulk is one of those mercurial guys. Anirudh, thank you so much. He's saying bring Harry Redknapp back. Need the attacking mentality. What do you think about Harry Redknapp?
He's such a character, first of all.
He's so funny.
That fucker, every time he tells those stories on Sky Sports, right? People have been in the stadium when those stories have happened and they've said, none of those things happened.
What, really?
Yeah, that story when he's doing a friendly, okay, and somebody says the fact that, this guy was just yapping at him, and then he said, why don't you go and play? And he actually went and scored a goal. That never happened. Yeah, he's just a talker, which is great.
Because at least it's entertaining.
Yeah, dude, that British sense of humor is something.
It's damn good. So, sorry, we have to unfortunately ask because chat mein spam ho raha hai. Joel, what are your feelings about the 7-2?
About the 7-2, I'm very glad it happened against Bayern Munich. At least it's justified. Because when Tottenham were chasing Leicester, that time 5-2 or something happened against Newcastle at the end.
Correct.
So I'm like, dude, Newcastle, and that year Newcastle got relegated.
That was like, I didn't even care about that match until the second goal, and I'm like, yeah, this is not happening. Like, it was
then
like
Arsenal finished about Tottenham.
Yeah, like that. I'm like, this is not happening. Are you serious? Like that was really. But 7-2. Look, as an Arsenal fan, 7-2 against Bayern ain't that bad.
Yeah.
As an Arsenal fan, let me tell you, right? It ain't that bad, man. It's a good showing. You gotta know what like.
Don't worry, guys. We have to go to Bayern on. We have to go to Bayern and score 4 goals to stay relevant in the Champions League. We have to go there and win with 4 goals. Oh, no chance.
No chance.
The first leg Chelsea lost for how much? 3-0.
3-0 at home. We've lost 3-0 to Bayern.
Like, as an Arsenal fan, let me tell you, that's a good showing.
Good result.
It's a good result. Like, dude, what is it about Bayern and, like, you know, the non-top 2 English clubs? I think they fuck all of them.
Yeah.
Like, if it's
See,
like,
the thing with Bayern is Bayern basically when they play the Bundesliga, they are practicing only, na. There's no real what is the all of them are practice matches.
Yeah, it's like somebody said Bayern wins the Bundesliga on the first day and then they give them the medal on the 38th match.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes there'll be this thing where like Bayern will be like, oh no, in December they're like 2nd or 3rd or something like that. Those are the years they're like, okay, this year there is no competition in the Champions League. So we need to keep our game up top. So instead of giving up goals, they lose games. That's what's happening.
But this year they have Leverkusen and all, no?
Yeah.
But it's hardly a challenge.
It's hardly a challenge. And anybody who plays good, they'll buy them. So it's like anybody who plays well in that thing, they'll buy them. So.
FFP is a joke. Man City is back in the Champions League.
Yeah, they're back.
Being banned.
They're back.
Like, exactly. Like, what is this? Like, what are they saying? Like, what is these board meetings? Ki bench, this bribe isn't enough. You're out. Like this, what are you talking about? Your Manchester.
So when I read
up on one of your Etihad planes, Mansoor, and then we'll talk.
So when I read up on it, what they were saying was that the reasoning for cancelling the ban but charging a heavy fine was because the disclosures were not made in the right way. So you're supposed to
Word doc
disclose your
formatting ठीक नहीं किया था.
No. Basically, there was money taken from another fund. I'm assuming it was like grey area. No, it's like how LA Galaxy bought Lampard and then sold and then loaned
Man,
him
this
to
is
City.
the glove doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Of like it's like this is the equivalent of the glove doesn't fit.
No, I'm telling you, soon when City wants a player, now that Mumbai is also owned by City, some big star will come and play for Mumbai and then be loaned to City. So
Fair, makes sense. Acha,
Nobody's
Joel,
safe in
Why
Mumbai.
Eddie Howe shouldn't have got relegated? It's just so that there's hope in things like this. Ki koi to. But I mean,
don't worry, Eddie Howe is being replaced by Bielsa. Like if you think about it, it's still like there's still some justice to the fact that like a technician, a person who's completely in love with the game, who
But wasn't Bielsa who sent a spy to the other team?
Come on, Joel.
Yeah.
Don't only watch Amazon documentaries. Dude.
But to City's credit, even when they've had bad seasons, they've always tried to play attractive. Like if they've always made managerial purchases.
I mean, you can't not play attractive football when you have De Bruyne and Sane and Silva and Mahrez.
It's like the average player costs like
plenty of ugly
million
winners in the Prem's history.
Yeah.
Like plenty. Like so, let's not go there.
Dude,
like,
their most boring player was Vincent Company. I'm just saying, I'm saying.
Yeah, like exactly. Like just think about that. Like
yeah.
They've always
Edison also comes to the half line, so it's you're like okay, not a problem.
अच्छा, Joel को मेरे ये पूछने का था. So right now, what are your feelings of this season and what are your expectations? Mourinho टिकेगा नहीं टिकेगा क्या है scene?
Like मेरे को नहीं मालूम, but I feel for what Pochettino did, okay, dude, उसको एक bad season तो देना ही मांगता.
Of course, completely.
उसको मतलब क्या मतलब it came down to the fact that it was not the manager, it was the players. जो अभी भी वही point है. तो अभी भी player वो end down में भागता ही नहीं है. Like he just doesn't run, dude. What do you do, right? So all that thing. So I don't think Pochettino deserve that. But क्या Mourinho टिकेगा? It depends, man. I don't know. It's like this club has such such a uniform non-pattern. You just don't know.
Nice. Sorry.
हाँ तो मोरिनो क्या टिकेगा? It depends क्योंकि अगर वो देख मोरिनो क्या करता है, वो फर्स्ट हाफ में रिजल्ट निकालने ट्राई करता है, सेकंड हाफ में बैठा देता है टीम को, ठीक है, वो सेम चीज करता है. और अगर वो फर्स्ट हाफ में अगर वो रिजल्ट नहीं निकालता है और अगर 75 मिनट में भी नहीं कर रहा तो फिर इट्स जस्ट व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. What did I watch for 75 minutes? I just watched grass. So it's that. So it's like how many. I mean, I'm so glad Mourinho got second half of the matches, but there were no people in the audience because you can't watch those games.
Tell me, what has happened to Dele Alli? Like, what's this promising MK Donny?
नहीं, मेरे को लगता है डेली अली को ज्यादा खेलने को नहीं आता है. मेरे को एक्चुअली में लगता है, मैं उसको पहला गेम से दिखता है, वो एकदम मटका है, लेकिन वो गोल मारता है, वो मादरचोद इतना सेलिब्रेट करता है ना, then you are like, dude, ये खेलता ही रहेगा अच्छा. That guy, he's a scam, dude.
He's the Spurs का लिंगार्ड है ये.
हाँ मतलब देख हमने like I can मतलब क्या है वो मतलब
Your problem is consistency.
It's consistency भी है और वो मतलब वो बहुत ज़्यादा मोड़ी भी है. 2016-17 season he's good and all, but you have to good for a very long period of time. If you just had one good season, then that makes me like तो फिर क्या मतलब rather हम सिसोको क्यों धक्का देके तो भाग जाएगा ना. I love having Sissoko on the field. He's a troll player. दुडो आके धक्का दे सबका मूड ऑफ करता हो. So yeah. So
you need one of those. You need one of those.
Yeah. Dude, so I tweeted some while back that Sissoko reminds me of that player, that boy in my school who would play football after school with his backpack on. He's like धड़ भागता है. I'm like, dude, you don't want to mess with him, dude. He has no shin bone.
Okay, I'm just reading something. Apparently, Mandava, Bournemouth are taking legal action against FA because the goal that didn't because of the goal that didn't count, because they forgot to switch on the goal line technology.
Yes, that actually happened.
I don't see it coming
Then
through.
what happens if you win
They're
that
not
toss?
City. They're not City.
हाँ कुछ
It's
नहीं
not
होगा.
gonna come through.
I don't think
It's,
anything is gonna
they're
happen.
not City. They'll be like, they'll ask for the bribe and Bournemouth will be like, हमारे पास stadium नहीं बचेगा. And that's basically, and that'll be the end of it.
Yeah.
Fault in our stars का rights ले लो भाई.
Yeah, they're not City. Like, you can't hope for such things if you're not like City, Madrid,
हाँ.
or like, yeah.
क्या बोल रहा था
They pay
Joel?
the legal fees only, they'll be broke.
हाँ.
No,
Joel?
they did happen once in IPL की कुछ तो विराट कोहली के अगेंस्ट स्नोबॉल नहीं दिया. और कुछ नहीं हुआ. वो रोया और कुछ नहीं हुआ.
But you
But
can't
like,
do that beyond the
one
point.
no ball, but one no ball is a much bigger quantity than is a much smaller quantity than one full.
No,
goal.
that was the reason RCB lost, something like that. And he's like वो post match में भी रो रहा है. And I'm like then अनुष्का शर्मा भी रोया. मतलब वो लोग रोया और कुछ नहीं. Once the game is done, it's done, dude. You can't do anything.
Most of the time that's the case. So like I don't have my hopes up for that. Like I really don't.
ठीक
Or
है.
the goal line technology.
Yeah, best case scenario they'll get +3 points in the championship.
That's about it. Yeah.
Like best case scenario वो होगा.
चलो.
They'll get +3 points in the championship.
Okay,
But
superb. So
they forgot to put on the goal.
yeah,
line,
they just
you know.
didn't switch it on. It's damn bizarre. They're like oh fuck, light band hai. It's
Dude,
basically
who is
that.
who is in charge of that checklist?
Yeah, nobody will ever find out. There'll be a Netflix documentary 20 years later. जहाँ पे पता चलेगा.
Also, I want to see how मतलब जब बोलते हैं ना गोल लाइन टेक्नोलॉजी ऑन करके है वो पंखा ऑन करने जैसा ऑन करके है कि ये एक पूरा जनरेटर ऑन करने जैसा क्योंकि अगर एक ही स्विच है
तो कैसे you have one job कि ये क्यों नहीं किया?
Yeah.
It's true.
So,
Okay, I know that Joel has to leave in a bit also. So thanks Joel and thanks Raghav also. That's the end of our guest segment for today. And
thank you so much for having me.
Yes, finally a
Thank you,
Spurs fan. We'll just say.
Can I just say one thing before
yes.
I bounce?
One second.
Guys.
Preeti Anand says finally a Spurs fan. So thank you for Joel for coming.
Before I leave, can I ask one question which bothers me to everybody?
Huh.
Do you all actually get all riled up for that derbies here?
We were talking about this earlier only. So I get this thing only about when United play Liverpool. Because Liverpool fans है जो annoying है life में, not because of the Manchester United Liverpool rivalry, just because I don't want to deal with those people for the next 2 weeks. That's my motivation.
Yeah, same thing with Azim for me. Joel, Zuma, Mourinho Zuma में interested है, तो Aurier और Zuma फिर तुम लोग पीछे क्या करेगा? मतलब तुम लोग
you'll never see them, dude. You'll never see them on the field.
But
Okay.
But before
Zuma
I
को
go,
ले लो
guys,
please. Zuma को ले लो please.
No, dude. Tottenham have a lot of leaky center backs.
Yeah, take Zuma na. He'll fit right in also.
Mandava.
sorry, before I go, I just want to say, guys, if you're listening, please just follow AFC Wimbledon or something on Twitter and stuff, man. It helps.
Yes.
Like seriously, like just a fan-owned, fan-run club. You should get behind this before the robots take over.
Makes sense.
So yeah, like that'll be all from my side. This was a lot of fun, guys.
Hey. Cool. Thanks Mandava. Thanks Joel. We'll have both of you back at some point.
The FA Cup final to sweat over Mr. Neville.
Yes.
I don't comment before big games.
No, like just I'm just going to sweat. Like you're probably sweating.
I'm not. I don't even make eye contact when we talk about games. Like, I just avoid everything. Ask Azim. I'm not even kidding about this.
Both of you have something at stake there. Like you would want Arsenal to win because you don't.
I'm just there for the content, bro. That's all I'm watching the match for. Because
Yeah.
you never know what can happen. Cool. Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Raghav.
Thank
We'll have you all back
you.
soon.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
And let us continue now. थोड़ा chats देख लेते हैं. Sorry, एक दो मेरा मिस हो गया. ये सब साहिल बुल्ला का गलती है. Because वो मेरा plugin के लिए he didn't switch on my he didn't accept my login to the EIC account because the thing is on his phone. So I'm missing a couple of chats. Also, please, ऐसे वीडियो को unlike मत करना. We are very sorry for pranking you, but video unlike मत करना. Like करना please.
Please video को like करो.
हाँ, तो थोड़ा footage मिलेगा हम लोग को. Okay, let's quickly. So we're just gonna do a little bit of a rundown of the season. So for Neville and me, whoa, what is this? Ankur Mitra, $1,000 for AFC Wimbledon. But हम लोग नहीं है AFC Wimbledon.
AFC Wimbledon. Ankur, please,
Yeah.
Maitra, please भेज दे भाई उन लोग को.
Yeah, you send it to
shit.
them. Or okay, we'll see if we find a Insta Mojo or something for AFC Wimbledon and we can give them $1,000. And also thanks to Anirudh and thanks to Shashwat and a couple of others. एक और था हाँ निखिल PN प्लीज डिसलाइक मत करो यार प्लीज लाइक करो वीडियो को नेक्स्ट टाइम पक्का प्रॉमिस व्हेन वी गेट अ गेस्ट इट विल बी एन एक्चुअल गेस्ट हम लोग का थोड़ा बात चल रहा है देयर माइट बी सम एंड दिस इज नॉट दिस थिंग आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू से दिस एंड फिर बाद में ऐसे रैंडमली मैं निशांत सूरी को लेके आएगा बट देयर इज अ चांस दैट वी माइट गेट सम फॉर्मर जर्मन फुटबॉलर्स अवेलेबल सो हम लोग वो बात कर रहे हैं मे बी सम क्रिकेटर्स हु नोस so let's have a look and but Neville quickly rounding up your season so we've done Arsenal we've done Spurs Chelsea ka what are your thoughts overall on the season
so I mean if you remember when we started the podcast when we started the podcast and first put it on your Instagram
yeah. Oh by the way we are 2 weeks away from the 1 year anniversary of 442.
Oh, okay. So great. So by the time Chelsea loses to Bayern in the Champions League,
we can celebrate. We'll have content.
We'll have content. So if you remember, we had discussed this right at the top, and both of us were really skeptical about us even being a top 6 team.
Yeah. I had like straight up said, "हम लोग 5th, 6th."
Yeah. So we were like 5th, 6th is tough. We will probably be in that area.
Yeah.
We had said that our prediction at that point was City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Leicester, Arsenal maybe, and then the three of us, both of us. So in that context, if you look at it right from the start of the season to where we are now, where we're in an FA Cup final, where in the quarters of the Champions League. Is it quarters or round of 16? I think it's quarters.
I think it's quarters though.
Yeah, I don't know. Please don't shout. Whatever it is. So we're there, and also we are 4th. Yeah, and we were really close to a 3rd place. I mean, for one fuck up, one game here or there, one draw.
I mean, despite the fact that 3rd place is still like 20 points behind everyone else, but for whatever it's worth.
For whatever, yeah. I mean, and 3rd place also, if you look at it, they're tied on 3rd place. It's the goal difference that's made the diff. Like United and Chelsea are tied on 3rd in points.
Yeah.
It's just the goal difference, right? So therefore, in retrospect, I'm actually ecstatic. Like I'm extremely. This is my ecstatic face.
Wow.
No. I'm actually thrilled because Lampard, genuinely a great technician, has worked with the team that we had. We did not overspend in December. We didn't just go for whoever we wanted. There was a lot of pressure, I remember, and Lampard said that we are really considering our options because we need to build a team. And I think that building a team was something that Lampard's looking at, and you can sort of see. What's also very exciting is that
so now you've built the top half of the team. अभी defense में क्या करेगा वो देखना पड़ेगा.
Yeah, and also I also like that the youth system is being represented in the team. We were never that club. We were always buyers. I mean, I'm saying once. I mean, I'm not talking about when Ranieri was managing us. I'm talking about like once we got oil money, Russian oil money. We were a buyer club. And I think that, and we've bought really big strikers and ruined their careers, whether it's Shevchenko and
like, Torres, Morata. I think Drogba is the only striker that has worked for Chelsea.
Yeah, because I mean, Drogba and Costa till he became an asshole.
Costa and actually to an extent you can say Anelka.
Yeah, Anelka also, but not as much as obviously the
Crespo.
Crespo, yeah. So what I'm liking is that there is a youth system that's seeming to come through. We're playing people like Gilmore, and like real game time. It's not like some we're playing.
But that's also because of injury to an extent. Na Kante nahi hai, Jorginho out of form. But I mean, considering out of form Jorginho and putting a young player, that is good.
Yeah. So and also I'm saying that we have the strength of a youth person who is capable of holding fort in a Premier League game.
Right.
I mean, otherwise, you know what you would be doing? You'd take Loftus-Cheek and put him there, or you'd play, Alonso on left back, and then you'd make Rudiger play defensive midfield. Like, you do those kind of combinations, which we're not doing.
Right.
We actually have someone in that position, and with 40 people on loan, we have a squad that I think if we do things correctly, we're about 2 years from maybe a title challenge.
Yeah, fair. I think for us also, well, couple of super chats. Shashank Reddy says, will Baba go to therapy with Roy Keane? In brackets, Aston Villa comment. What is this comment?
What? Because of Aston Villa? No, Aston Villa is true. They're in it. Why will I be upset about it? What?
I don't know. Tell us what the context for this is. बहुत लोग बोल रहे हैं एंग्री रैंटमैन भाई लोग हम लोगों ने ट्राई किया है मैंने ईमेल भेजा है मैंने इंस्टाग्राम पे डीएम भेजा है वो रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा है तो तुम लोग जाके स्पैम करो मे बी एक दिन आएगा बट नाइसली स्पैम करो डोंट बी लाइक फक ऑफ एंग्री रैंटमैन shut up all.
Don't be angry.
Don't be angry rantman at angry rantman. Just say hey.
Just spam him and say guys please go.
हाँ तो broad 500 wickets by the way in Kachra. That was a big thing. Abhishek Gupta, thank you. Aditya Madhuri. Wait 1 second. वो थोड़ा नीचे चला गया रुको. What will it take for United and Chelsea to close the gap on City and Liverpool? So for Chelsea, I think you figured out कि तुम लोग को attack as you said 2 years. I think it's the same for United. Like I would say we are 3 or 4 transfer windows, like good transfer windows, like proper transfer windows like the last one where we were sensible. ठीक है, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka might not be the best players in the world in their positions, but they're good. They're solid players. They play with commitment. Dan James, उसको है time. I think next season we'll probably see if he उसमें वो दम है. Tathagata, thank you once again. I think for United, my review of the season would be far exceeded expectations in terms of just league position because just third place I would have not thought possible, impossible. Before Bruno came, I think we were in a terrible position because we simply did not have any attacking thrust to it. The challenge now is going to be, again, this is going to be a shorter season. It's going to have Champions League in it. We're going to have Europa League. So basically just those 4 weeks off for a lot of the players. We need depth in the squad because हम लोग का 3 injury हो गया तो we are fucked. We do not have a bench that is capable of coming in and playing at even 60 or 70% of the quality of the starting 11.
What's happened to United's youth system? Like, you know, y'all also, I mean, apart from stealing from Porto, what's the youth system like? What is your under 21, under 19 team looking like?
So we have players like Greenwood, obviously 18 years old, has come in from the youth system. Rashford has come in from that same system. We've got McTominay come in there. We've got Tuanzebe. So these are all, I think McTominay now is a bit older, 23, 24-ish, if I'm not wrong. We've got guys like Axel Tuanzebe. Fosu Mensah, people forget how young he is. So there's Tai Chong is in there. Angel Gomez is not signing the contract. He's going to fuck off somewhere. So we have the players coming in. James Garner. These are all guys who have been in and around the first team and are capable, I think, of stepping in. So youth-wise, players hai. I don't think that's a big problem.
Because, you know, the whole like Premier League 2 and Premier League Division 2 and Premier League Division 1, you know, the other sub Premier Leagues, right? Usme, I mean, if you see in the under 18s, City, Liverpool, Everton, Derby, Stoke in the north. For the south, it's Fulham, West Ham, Chelsea. But if you look at the other Premier League, y'all don't seem to be featuring in Premier League.
I think our under 21s are doing all right, or the under 23s as they call it. Under 18s, I still think, and also you look at the amount of investment that City has funneled into youth, right? The entire academy they've built, the entire facilities they've built. United, we've been pissing our money away for the last 3 seasons before this on stupidity, complete stupidity. And now I think it's...
You think Pogba was a stupid purchase?
No, I don't think Pogba was a stupid purchase. I think there were a few that were like Alexis Sanchez has been just completely very bad business decision. We had a couple of midfielders, players you've forgotten about. Morgan Schneiderlin was bought by Manchester United. Bastian Schweinsteiger was bought by Manchester United.
Oh yeah.
There's so many of these pointless players who have come in and done nothing. Di Maria, you can't legislate for what happened over there. But we've spent a good 200 million on players that were just either not the right mentality or past their prime or whatever it is. And I think now that focus on, okay, we're going to buy players who are under 25, 26, people who have at least 4 or 5 years to give the club. And I think that's a good strategy. So my only exception to that is I still feel I would like, if we can't get Sancho, I would want Willian for this season.
So Willian is being tied up with
Arsenal, no?
right?
Arsenal,
Yeah.
Okay. Prathamesh Pant's asking, VAR has faced a lot of criticism. Does football need to go the cricket way like umpires call? I totally agree that there should be umpires call in VAR as well. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, to me, if you're doing
like
VAR,
if it's that toe wala
figure
thing,
out
you
a way
know,
to make it-
if it's just that one like offside toe thing, then just go with the on-field assistant's decision.
You know, but sometimes I also think it's really stupid because ऐसा उसका t-shirt का flap आगे रहेगा
हाँ.
तो दे देता है offside. मतलब अभी वो हवा का गलती है bro, इसका तो गलती नहीं है ना. And honestly, a t-shirt flap is not the reason why this guy outran the
Exactly,
other guy.
yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah.
But also, I think I'm okay with umpire's call. I just think if VAR is going to be a system that exists, it needs to be flawless, and
Yeah.
there's no excuse for VAR to be
like
faulty.
cricket is all your Hawkeye hotspot, all that. There's never a mistake.
Yeah, that's what.
But
So
it's
you
also
can't
been
be-
there for whatever 10, 15 years now.
But right from the beginning, you remember, like when they tested it first in Australia, Sachin, I remember, was the first victim, was one of the first victims. When they tested it, it was already in a place where they knew कि हम लोग सिर्फ इतना ही कर सकता है हॉकाई के साथ.
Correct.
So they didn't bring in. इसमें तो ये सब भी है ना कि no, he didn't tackle him. Means, I mean, either the rule is हाथ को लगा तो गोल नहीं है, or the rule is हाथ को भी लगा लेकिन accidental है तो गोल नहीं. तो decide करो ना.
Yeah.
Like to me, VAR has the advantage of retrospect,
Correct.
which is what we've always complained in our lives. कि अगर ना मेरे को दिखता ना तो ना ये. But you can't have retrospect and fuck up at the colossal level that you're fucking.
I think ना हर team को,
Inconsistencies.
I think a very good way to do this is they should थोड़ा KBC fight, where both teams get one lifeline of audience poll, where audience has to phone in and decide कि decision क्या है. I think that will be good fun.
The other way to possibly to probably consider it is to go to VAR if the players ask for it. You know,
Correct.
like how you ask for a review in cricket, because that
Exactly.
way,
Yeah. It wastes
that
less
way
time.
the forward knows कि मैं fake किया bro, sorry, नहीं है. Or the defender knows कि बेंच जिसने मांग लिया तो लगने वाला लौड़े. Like, you know, or the defender knows that I got the ball, this guy is taking it. So either you do player
you have like
referee's
two
call and
per game or whatever.
Yeah,
and you get the
captain
review
is
back.
only, or 2 per half.
Yeah.
Forget anything else. I'm saying give a certain number that sort of works, where you know you can then work with the.
And if you
with the
concede a
system.
goal last minute and out of desperation, you're like how people just randomly in cricket also use that review just for the fuck of it to see कि शायद गलती से उसका एक toe offside था. You take that
United
gamble.
के साथ तो हमेशा होएगा फर्गी टाइम में, because you have 4 minutes left. United has
वो in
scored
those
now.
few minutes they will Photoshop the footage and move the guy slightly ahead of the line. Pritham D'Souza is asking which Mason is more prominent next season, Mason Mount or Mason Greenwood? What do you think? Difficult though, because I think both have had very good seasons.
Both have had very good seasons. The only thing is, I think Mason Mount has had more game time and a lot more responsibility given to him. Whereas if you look at Mason Greenwood, he has come in, he's played the role and he's done a really great job with the role. But he wasn't a fulcrum player.
Yeah.
With Mount, he was a fulcrum player in a lot of strategies that Lampard put up.
Right.
So I think that there is that advantage with Mount.
Makes sense. Nehal is asking Pope or Henderson, which one would you take for Chelsea? मेरे FPL टीम में दोनों है, by the way. Throughout the season.
पोप और मेरे इसमें पोप है और ये है दहिया था लास्ट गेम में for my bench boost. 111 points, brave.
Nice.
And that too because I kept that fucking idiot Saka playing. Anyway, So, coming to what was I saying? Yeah. So, Mount. No, what was the question?
Pope or Hendo?
Pope, na? I think Pope. No, Henderson. I don't know.
It's very difficult. I think both have their merits.
Yeah, they're both very good. But I think with the defense that we currently have, I would say Henderson. But I think if we get because he's less of a sweeper. He's more of a
short
he's
stopper.
there. But I think that if we bulk up our defense and beef up our defense, Pope might not be a bad option because he's a sweeper keeper.
Correct. Okay, thanks to Nikhil Prakash, and Nehal Kulkarni is asking me, Ake or Mings, who would I pick for United? It's fairly obvious. I would go with Nathan Ake. Because we need that one centre half who's comfortable playing on the left hand side.
But so, Ake karega kya?
Ake karega. Ake karega ke nahi. Ankur Mitra says, I've supported AFC throughout. That was for you guys. Lovely podcast. Thank you so much. Man City season review, Samir Goyal, we can't do because for that we'll have to find a Man City fan. So nahi hoga. Okay, Amanpreet's asking, so what's your transfer wish list now? Abhi sab log aa gaya, whatever, Ziyech aa gaya, Werner aa gaya. Any particular players you have in mind for defense?
Van Dijk de do yaar.
नहीं realistic, थोड़ा realistic. वो filter डालना पड़ता है. Rule out football manager filter. Remove unrealistic players.
There was I don't know who. The problem is I don't know which one we need to replace right away.
Centre half for sure. ना left back फिर भी तो चला लेगा काम.
चला तो लेगा क्योंकि Reece James भी है, Alonso भी है.
You can put Azpilicueta in their lower space.
Aspi एक और season खेल लेगा. 2 और season खेल लेगा, but एक और season 90 minutes खेल सकता है per game. But who do you need? You need a.
What about one of these? So these names keep popping up. The Koulibaly, Upamecano, all these very from the Napolis and the Red Bull clubs and Monacos and all of those places.
चलेगा वो लोग. मतलब
I actually was reading, there's this great comment that I read from one of the Sky Sports pundits who's like, the reason is that right now all these millennial kids or Gen Z kids have grown up watching Ronaldo, Messi, Suarez, all these guys. They've not, and these guys typically the attacking players are the ones who are also more flamboyant on social media. So these guys are growing up watching all of these fellows as their idols, and there's nobody who's actually idolizing a centre half, which is why you're not getting centre halves coming through. Like even if you look at say 10 years ago, you still had very well recognized, you had your John Terrys, you had your Rio Ferdinands, you had your Cannavaros, Maldinis, all those guys. Maldini maybe 15 years ago. But you still had those few benchmark defenders who were legends, like Cannavaro won Ballon d'Or and all of that.
Philipp Lahm, dude.
Philipp Lahm, yeah, fullbacks in those positions.
Cafu.
Cafu. For United was Ferdinand, Vidic, all those guys. So basically, because there haven't been any really, centre halves who have been also larger than life personalities in a while, they haven't had that kind of influence on the youth, and that's why they're saying that everyone now, all the kids, just want to play
on the left.
On wide positions and cutting in, because that's what all the best players are doing. So that's a very interesting theory, I thought.
It's true. It does sound true. I'm just I know that everybody's saying that Lampard has still been, they're still talking about trying to get one more transfer. But they want a name transfer. So I don't know.
But Havertz, that will be, if that happens.
Yeah, they will still want Kai Havertz. But again, Havertz ke saath kya karega hum log? I think City also, the problem is currently City also has a back four problem. And so I have a feeling that City will outbid us on anybody we're going for.
Right. Correct.
That's never going to be a problem. So I'm just trying to figure.
City, although I think fullbacks wise they're fine. I think centre halves is where their problem is. Same thing, because City the fullbacks leke baitha hai bhar ke. They have Kyle Walker, they have Cancelo, they have Mendy, they have what's his face, Zinchenko, all decent fullbacks.
So I would say even if you looked at a Chilwell might happen.
Chilwell, I think, is a player both United and this thing are Chelsea are looking at.
Yeah, then there's that what's it called? Palmieri.
Emerson Palmieri.
हाँ वो भी है अच्छा फिर है मतलब है लोग तो है but
अरे
I'm just trying to think of
comment miss हो गया यार. Somebody was asking a question. वो साला I scrolled past it. Now I can't go back. Sorry guys.
What is it a super chat?
It was a super chat. I think
somebody was asking. What should you Sheffield?
नहीं Sheffield से पहले. Somebody was asking. I think.
What do you
I forget
see
the
Sancho
name.
signing with
that's
Chelsea
the one.
or United? Nehal Arif.
Not
Abbasi
Nehal.
has said.
But anyway, I'll talk about Sancho and our transfer thing in general. Sancho, from what Sky Sports is reporting, they're saying that United seem confident of the Sancho deal. But then it's also United and Ed Woodward, and there's too many scars and baggage for me to be like कि ये होने वाला है. So I will temper my expectations. I think what they're doing smart is that they are also leaking backup signings to the press, saying कि Sancho नहीं आया तो ठीक है हम लोग Kingsley Coman लोन पे लेगा Bayern से. I think that's a good thing to do because then it doesn't, because typically what has happened is that we've gone to clubs late and been like कि हम लोग को ये player चाहिए, हम लोग के पास कुछ backup नहीं है, please दे दो, and we have to pay 20-30 million over the odds. So this is smart, I think what they're doing for once. Sancho, I think अगर आएगा it will be a very structured deal कि मतलब अभी 20 million, बाद में 20 million, Champions League का 30 million, winning the league का 30 million, like that वो structure करके it will come to like 100 million. If it happens.
चार हम लोग के पास 7 लोग हैं जो हम लोग ढूंढ रहे हैं. So apart from the whole like Upamecano and the I can't even pronounce his name, but Khalidou
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly is tough to say. But I think there was also a conversation about trying to get there was some rumor that I read where they want to get Boateng just as a transitionary.
Jerome or Kevin Prince?
Jerome Boateng.
United have also been linked with David Alaba, who's also would be a decent signing at left back.
Correct. So Chelsea tried, but वो तो चला ही नहीं. Alaba, I think, said fuck off.
He had a alibi.
Milankovic would be interesting, I think.
Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. उसका नाम कैसे fit होगा shirt पे वही उसका tension आता है.
No, I'm talking about the Nicola, no?
No, this is Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. I don't know about the other Milinkovic that you're talking about.
Okay. So I don't know. So I know that we need a centre back duo. Because अभी तो वो meme चल रहा है ना.
May God help us.
May God help us वाला meme.
Trace Singh is asking Sanchez and Ivan Perisic swap deal rumor. Sure, I mean anything that means that we don't have to pay Sanchez's wages, I am up for. But yeah, we've answered Nehal's question. Nehal Arif Abbasi again. Sancho, I would think Chelsea have done their attacking signings for now. So if he signs for a Premier League club, it would probably be United. But it would be just like Liverpool or Chelsea or somebody to come and not Liverpool or City to just come and be like fuck you, हम लोग ले रहे हैं.
तो ये पांच लोग एक मेरे को आर्टिकल मिला है फॉर चेल्सी. एक तो है वो ग्रिमाल्डो. फिर
what people are saying, Ritesh Phillips also saying Declan Rice for Chelsea. Lots of rumors of that.
पता नहीं यार. Samuel Umtiti, Magalhaes and Chilwell. They're all yeah. So
he's from Barcelona, ना?
हाँ. But I don't know यार. मेरे को तो पता नहीं. ये सब ऐसा शेडी लगता है. Because वो Zappa Costa है. अभी Zappa Costa को
Zappa Costa अभी तक
है वो लोन पे है ना.
उसका कुछ झगड़ा हो गया था ना. Some कुछ scene of him fighting or brawling. उसका नाम में उसके नाम में Acosta है. That's why.
हाँ तो वो है. And by the way, Victor Moses भी है हम लोग के पास.
Oh हाँ right. अभी तक है. I thought he was bought.
लोन 40 लोग को लोन पे भेजा है ना हम लोग. Bro, what you don't understand is 40 people is 3.5 teams.
Correct.
There are 3.5 teams that are on loan.
Correct.
So, like, I don't know.
तुम लोग ऐसे फुटबॉलर्स का शिवसागर है चेल्सी. सब कुछ मिलेगा. Shubham Jain asks, what should Sheffield do to avoid second season syndrome? I think they need to desperately invest in attacking players. Because ये David McGoldrick and all of that, मतलब nice है, good story, but ये टिकेगा नहीं in Premier League. So I think they need.
Yeah, and this is correct. And this is what will happen because if you remember Norwich, right at the top of the season, they were very good with Bunendia and अपना वो क्या नाम है उसका Pookie, हाँ.
Yeah.
I'm saying they were very good, but you can't sustain a Premier League season with
you can't.
You know that you need to be able to go more. So yeah, Sheffield definitely needs a strike force.
Yeah. One second. Abid Khan says on-field review can only be conducted on the recommendation of VAR. The VAR transmits video replays from different cameras. Okay, he's giving a suggestion. That's a decent suggestion. Francis Joe, thank you so much. Arvind Kumar, so this is Europa League and Champions League का quickly बात कर लेते. United, he's asking, should we play out the Europa with kids? Why? Win silverware, dude. It's a huge deal, and I think Ole has not got any silverware to his name outside of the Norwegian league. So I think he will be very motivated and put out a good squad. The only rotation I hope that happens is that he plays Romero for the rest of the cup, because I feel that he's earned that chance now.
Where are you all currently in Europa?
Europa, I think it's quarter. We are in round of 16. We are pretty much in the quarters because we've beaten the team 5-0 and I think we beat them 5-0 away if I'm not wrong. So he'll play the kids for that game, I'm quite sure. But what's interesting is this happening in the Champions League as well, where it's only one leg, or it's still home and away?
No, we're playing. I mean, from what I know, we're playing the away leg.
That away leg is happening, but for the quarters and the semis, rather for the.
I'll just check.
Because chat में हम लोग को बता दो.
I think it's still both.
Is the one leg in Champions League also? Because in Europa League, I know they've identified 4 stadiums in Germany where it's just one. It's a quick fucking thing.
Really, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so
one leg is what it seems.
So why can't they? Okay. Yeah, it looks like one leg, huh?
Yeah, Copenhagen, Istanbul, etc. Those are the various places that can happen. One leg everywhere. So, going to be interesting. Because I also didn't know this. I was thinking about how are they going to finish this off in the required time frame. Because initially I was looking and I saw when is the semi-finals happening, and it said quarterfinals August 10th, 11th. And I was like, तुम लोग एक game के gap, like one दिन के gap में you're going to play the match. That's what I thought initially, because it just said 10th, 11th and no second leg. But so then it's just the one game, which will be interesting to see Champions League like that. It'll be a very different experience.
Also, I think it's pretty shitty because now Man City looks like Man City will win, because then he needs to put out. Basically, Guardiola needs to do 3 strategies. He needs to play 3 strategies.
But it could also mean that we have like unlikely winners, like Atlanta or whatever could have like a decent chance now. Wait, is Atlanta still in?
Bayern is there. I'll tell you who all are there currently. One second, I was on that.
Sorry, we've been focusing so much on Premier League, तो इसके बारे में honestly सोचा भी नहीं है.
So yeah, Atlanta is playing PSG on the 13th of August in a quarter. Leipzig is playing Atletico Madrid.
So Leipzig, a club like Leipzig can just go. You basically have to play 3 cup finals and you win.
Yeah, but it's very tough because see who all is left. No, so PSG is left, and they're basically Leipzig's semi-final. If Leipzig beat Atletico, their semi-final will be with either PSG or Atlanta. Okay. But on the other side, just look at who they will face in the final, if at all. Real Madrid, City, Olympiacos. So, one sec, wait, what? Olympiacos is currently above Juventus with a 1 goal difference. So if Olympiacos, there's Madrid, City, there's Olympiacos, Juventus, there's Napoli, Barcelona, there's Chelsea and Bayern. Now, any of these clubs, I mean, except for Chelsea.
That's not Olympiacos, I think that's Lyon. Olympic Lyon is.
Oh, sorry. My bad. My bad, guys. Okay.
This is Baba. How can it be a podcast without one?
And the funniest thing in this
Olympiacos beat
case,
Arsenal. That game we talked about was damn good.
Oh, sorry. The funny thing is, I'm reading and I've still got it wrong. Just so you know. So I'm saying I don't think that Leipzig has a chance to win, but yeah, maybe I just hope the City is not going to.
I still my only thing, so Champions League I have very little to invest in. My only thing is कि PSG नहीं जीतना चाहिए. That's all I care about. Because ये बच्चा लोग इतना चढ़ेगा ना. हाँ.
सिटी नहीं जीतना चाहिए.
PSG नहीं जीतना चाहिए. Because ये सब ऐसे 12 साल के बच्चे लोग आ जाएंगे. Wow, Neymar, Mbappe, look at me, I'm PSG fan. I will not be able to tolerate that, dude. Fuck. Niket Shetty, thank you so much. Says third place is where we belong. Brought tears to my eyes. This is where we have reached, and hope my cat is okay. Yes, cats are okay. So thank you so much. PSG nahi chahiye. Europa League will be interesting. I want United to play against Inter Milan, just to have us playing against all your Lukaku's and Ashley Young and Sanchez. It should happen where all three of them are in the starting lineup against, and then we see whether we made the right decision or not. Especially with Lukaku.
But in this case, Lukaku is going to play against a club that he left as a.
But actually, no, he's on Sanchez on loan, so he technically can't play against us. Although they've done these things before, like they've allowed Courtois, for instance, to play against Chelsea in the cup. So I don't know. Maybe they'll do it. Yeah, but Mbappe is injured, somebody is saying. So
that's okay.
Good. Neymar ka just like my ultimate Champions League moment in the last 3 years has been seeing Neymar just with his mouth open when Rashford scored the penalty and United beat PSG with that nonsense team that we put out. Complete nonsense team that we put out. But so when is your game? The next game? This thing ka FA Cup to hai.
First.
And when does your Champions League return leg come? The formality game?
I think 8th. I think the 8th.
But you never know, dude. एक goal मार दिया, so then it becomes suddenly very interesting. Also, German League खत्म हो गया ना?
Yeah, not 8th, 9th. Yeah, like 8th, 9th early morning.
But isn't the German League over now?
Oh yeah, it's over.
It's over.
It's over. But my problem.
But that's good, na? Because then basically you will be more match fit and more ready to go than Bayern.
Dude, Bayern 3 goals, dude. You have to I'm saying, look at what they have versus what. See, you know what? If you had said even with Giroud up top and Tammy up top and Mount and Pulisic, and supposing we played a 4-4-2 with Tammy and Giroud up top, Pulisic and Mount on the
defense and Mount, khayega.
Say we don't have the pace to keep up with any of them. मतलब चांस ही नहीं है ना, वो अंदर वो हाफ के तो एस्पिलिक्वेटा पहुंचेगा उधर, चांस ही नहीं है. Like we'll have to do really great counter attacking, and it'll have to be like ball one meets counter attacking. It'll have to be that's the counter attack we will have to play. Ki Giroud is Van Nistelrooy's position right next to the goalkeeper onside. That's all that matters. And ball has to come to his head and he has to do this. This is what is the only way we will win. There's no like.
What do you think about City versus Real?
City beats Real, yeah.
I think also
they're
City
already
will
2-1, yeah. They're already 2-1 up, yeah. So.
Fair enough. Aniket Joshi is asking Van de Beek or Grealish. Between the two, I think Van de Beek is a more sensible option for United to get, because Grealish will be very expensive also. I think he'll probably do one more season at Villa and then leave. But
yeah, because they've stayed also in the Premier League.
Yeah, 80 million for Grealish to sit on the bench, not worth it, dude. Because you know he's not going to start ahead of Pogba or Bruno, and he's not a wide player to play in those positions.
Yeah, but Chelsea will buy him because he's a midfielder.
Okay. Okay. Quickly, एक last question ले लेते. Francis says, do you think Leeds United is hyped and overrated? नहीं यार.
No, yeah. They've got pedigree, dude.
And also Bielsa is a genius, dude. Love that guy.
Yeah.
He's one of those legends of football. Harvey Barnes greater than Grealish? Okay, I would not go that far. Also a reminder before we start wrapping up to please like this stream, like the videos. हम लोग को बोला गया है कि ये करना चाहिए so that more people can see it. So please like it. We apologize again for having Bruno Fernandes not come. Remember that it's almost like we forgot that ever happened. वो Instagram content के लिए बनाया मैंने.
You know what I think is that everybody had forgotten it. You just reminded me. because we've gone on for a while. But yeah, are we doing a watch along? Because people are
Yes,
asking
we
a
are
couple
doing
of
a
people.
watch along on my channel on Sunday for the FA Cup.
I may not be
final.
there, huh?
Why?
Guys. I may not be there because big games, it's very
अरे
tough.
come
for
यार,
me
big
to-
game you beat United ना in the semi-final. अभी the jinx is over.
No.
और content बनाने का है.
मैं बहुत नर्वस है. हाँ, ये कंटेंट के चक्कर में सब चेल्सी हारेगा तो बुरा लगेगा मेरे को. बट हाँ, ठीक है, we'll do a watch along. We'll see. If we lose, I'll step out or something and then
अरे.
one goal down or
हाँ तो
something.
तू
like that.
लेके आना थोड़ा एक दो चेल्सी फैन मॉरल सपोर्ट के लिए. मेरे I don't know any famous Chelsea fans.
हाँ, मैं पूछता हूँ.
पूछ ले थोड़ा.
पूछता हूँ.
Let's see, maybe we'll get Mandava, but then Mandava ko then we will have to forcibly remove him from call because that's the only way to get him to stop talking once in a while. ठीक है, cool. So that's it. Angry Rantman guys, तुम लोग मैसेज करो. Angry Rantman, we are very happy to do it. How to watch along? एक लिंक आएगा. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Bawa on Instagram. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll put the link over here. Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hopefully the stream is also back. Hold on.
Stream is back. You just need to stretch the stream.
I need to stretch it. Sorry, मेरा internet issues.
And this had to happen when we were leaving only, na?
हाँ, of course. So yes, so I'm going to put the link to my channel in the description over here. You can subscribe over there. 442 is going to be shifting there in a couple of weeks as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, have I missed any other chat? Hopefully I haven't. Thank you everyone who has donated to the stream. As always, we'll be setting up a Insta.
बहुत funny. Azim Badnet wala.
Yeah, this has become normal now. Azim Badnet wala, unfortunately. We'll be setting up an Insta Mojo also so that we can circumvent the 30% commission nonsense so that we can actually make some money off this. But thank you once again to all of you for joining in, and thank you for supporting what we do over here. We still have good 700-800 people who are tuning in, which is great. It's not something we expected. So thank you one and all. Watch along will be on Sunday. कितने बजे का मैच है? 10:30 ना?
10:30.
10:30. Saturday or Sunday? Saturday,
first,
if I'm not wrong.
whatever the first is.
हाँ, तो that's Saturday.
Saturday 10 o'clock match.
ठीक है, 10 o'clock match तो अपन 9:45ish live आएगा. And let's see, it'll be good fun. तो चलो, thank you once again for watching 4, 2, Venkatesh Prasad OP, and also OP and merch बनने वाला है soon, so watch out for that. Thanks.
यार अजीम, तू ही वो मेल लिख दे यार, मैं नहीं लिख रहा हूँ.
अच्छा,
हर दिन भूल जाता हूँ यार. Shit.
ठीक है.
If I don't do it tonight, you do it. Or you do it and then let me know. Shit.
Done. ठीक है. This could have been done after the stream ended.
Yeah. Sorry.
But ठीक है. It was a mail for a guest. हाँ. Bye.